The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic reverberated through Bangkok like it did in most other cities in the world. From this to this. While the number of coronavirus deaths in Thailand has been significantly lower than many nations, the economic impact was immediate and severe. Millions of Thai people lost their jobs, especially those employed in tourism and entertainment industries. For many expats too, the results were devastating.
Now I'm 2 months behind in my rent right now.
American dance instructor Tim is a single dad of 2. He lost his clients and his income. He had nowhere to go and a family to feed.
I wasn't actually in Thailand when everything started. I was in China, teaching dance in China, and I was feeling great because I had a great job. I was close to Thailand. I could come home and visit the boys and go back, and was making a pretty good living and loving the dance I was teaching. So when the coronavirus hit the Wuhan there, basically all China was shut down, and all dance classes stopped and everything. So I was lucky for about 3 weeks. We were still on the payroll and everything, and then they said we've got to finish it up and just we'll see if we can pick it back up again when things get better. So that was 3 months ago. I've been back in Thailand over 2 months, and as soon as I got back here, things started, it was spreading. So things were slowing down here until eventually, I have about 20 classes a week I can teach here privately, and now I have 3.
Andy from Italy works in the bar industry. He also had no work, no savings, and a family to support.
Well, basically, as soon as the virus started, also here in Thailand, many places are shutting down, and I was also working, singing around and working in some bars, and of course, without any kind of job. So at the moment, I'm struggling and I'm trying to survive.
But sometimes, in the midst of crisis, true generosity shines. Mike Major and Steve Ross are the team behind the Bangkok Expats online business community. When they heard of the situation facing many expats in Bangkok, they founded an initiative called Helping Hands.
So we started Bangkok Expats, myself and my business partner Steve, a little while ago, and we have a community of around 60,000 expats that are living or working or both in Thailand. And during the beginning and the early part of this coronavirus crisis, we kind of knew pretty early on that people were going to be in some difficulty, the ones that are stranded here abroad, with a lack of support for those who find themselves out of work. As we all know, the global economy has just stopped, so we decided to use our network to the advantage of the members and provide to them some form of assistance that they're not getting from their embassies or from Thailand itself.
And we thought, well, how can we help? How can we actually, what can we do? Rather than sitting at home watching Netflix, okay, is there something that we can actually do to help our fellow expats, and really expats that are in trouble, okay? And we come up with the idea, well, obviously some of them are struggling right now, okay? They're struggling for money, they're struggling for food, and we thought, what could we do? And we actually literally we put this all together within 3 days.
I think the issue that a lot of the people that we deal with are encountering is the fact that their governments are focused on what's going on at home and not necessarily about the people that are stuck abroad, other than chartered flights, which are ridiculously expensive for some people. That is just not an option. So there is no financial assistance, there's no assistance for food, there's no mental health assistance, there's no assistance. So what we're trying to provide to them is a little bit of a helping hand. Actually, that's the name of our, what we've started with Bangkok Expats, called Helping Hands, is just to try and give people a bit of a leg up at the moment.
That's great.
Their team stepped in to assist many expats with sourcing accommodation or free counselling from mental health experts. And every day of the crisis, they've been out on the road delivering food parcels to dozens of people like Tim and Andy with enough groceries to last a week at a time.
Bye, Mike. Thanks again.
I'll see you next week.
All right.
Today's care package is going to a group of school teachers from the Philippines who are all sharing one apartment until they find out what their future holds.
There's no fresh meat or anything because obviously it's difficult to store all of that, but there's plenty of food.
Jinky shares a 40 square metre apartment with 5 other fellow teachers who lost their jobs and can't afford to go home to the Philippines.
We are 6 all in all in one apartment, in one room. We shared 2 bedrooms and we shared everything because of this pandemic. We used to roll everything for food, for necessities, especially toiletries and everything. It's very for me, I'm very glad that you all guys reach out for us. It's a great help and it's a very good opportunity for us in this situation that we can have those reliefs from you, and you really did a great job.
The wider Bangkok Expats Facebook community also answered the call, and dozens of businesses joined in to assist with food or volunteer support. Michael Messner, the owner of the unique city attraction, the Pat Pong Museum, got his whole family involved.
It will then swim in an ocean of tomatoes, right? And important is that we salt this thing as we go along.
Together several days a week, 5-year-old Paul, 12-year-old Olivia, 14-year-old Strawberry and 17-year-old Ben, in between online school assignments, could be found in the kitchen with their dad and mum Chitra preparing meals for those in need.
I'm very happy with my family. I think it's the right thing to do. As I mentioned before, I don't think we're superheroes doing this here. Just giving a little, cooking every second, third day a small amount of dishes. It's okay. I think it's time to do something like that.
Sometimes the kids joined in the efforts to hand out food in the almost deserted neighbourhood of their dad's Pat Pong Museum.
Well, we are now here at the actual Pat Pong Museum, which we opened in late October last year. 3 months into quite a successful opening, we shut the doors to support the government in its effort to contain COVID-19. It was very good to see that the Pat Pong community is not only a community when it's thriving and fun, but in this point of crisis, many of the restaurants, owners of bars and other venues, we kind of help together. People donate what they have. Some people donate some stock that they have left. Some people cook fresh food. Some other people just give money. I believe this is the hardest hit we have seen here since the Second World War. We have had political fueled crisis here before, but that's always very local and rather short-lived. I think this is the strongest hit that has happened here.
Yeah, it's certainly very different Pat Pong, isn't it, right now?
Oh, we have never seen it like this. It's quite overwhelming, to be honest.
Even here in Pat Pong, local restaurants have joined hands to reach out and supply food to those in need. Irish bars like Shenanigans and the Paddy Field stepped in to give out meals to struggling locals, like motorbike taxi and tuk-tuk drivers.
We're in this area all the time, so we know who has got food and who doesn't have so much food, and it's easy for us to distribute, so it's the right thing to do. There is no business at the moment at all because we've been closed for just about a month now and we're not sure when we'll open, so it's a complete impact upon us. That's just how it is for everyone in this trade.
What started as a dip in the ocean soon became a wave. The Bangkok Expats team expanded its efforts to include daily food and water parcels to thousands of unemployed Thai people in the slums of Klong Tui and the inner streets of the city. Social distancing can be a challenge when hundreds join a daily queue for food and water. Nonetheless, volunteers of all ages turn up to assist. The team from Bangkok Fights COVID-19 also reached out and turned empty bars and restaurants into cooking and packing stations for scores of free meals.
What we do at the moment is helping out the people of Bangkok with the help of Mitch and Westner from Moonshine Bar and Show 7. We've set up a street food kitchen where we supply about 400 or 500 meals a day free of charge. They're hot tasty meals, and with chicken or pork. We supply packet noodles with every meal, and we give a bottle of water to every customer as well.
My name is Wolf Chambua. I'm from Montreal, Canada, and I've been giving out a lot of food to very needy people who deserve it, and it feels like giving back. I've been in Thailand for 16 years and I like it very much here, and this is one way to help people, especially now in these days of need, that we can do something.
The City of Angels is now slowly and cautiously coming back to life, but for many, hard times will remain for a long time to come.
Our mission was to help expats because there are other channels available to Thai, but what we're seeing as well is that there are just as many Thais as expats that need help. So I don't think that, you know, in this instance it's right of us to exclude anybody from the assistance that we can provide. I think that we all have a duty to step up and do our bit, especially from the business community here in Thailand. You know, we rely on expats on a daily basis for our income, and we have done for the years that we've been here and operating here. So being in a position where we're able to give a bit back and support people the way that they've supported us over the years, I think is incredibly important.
If you want to lend a helping hand, either large or small, you can visit these sites and make a difference.
Thank you, Bangkok Expats. Thank you.